Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there, or struggled to remember the name of someone you've known for years? Maybe you've found yourself searching for words that used to come so easily, or feeling mentally foggy even after a good night's sleep. You might think this is just normal aging, that memory loss is inevitable after 60. But what if I told you that 4 common foods sitting in your kitchen right now could be accelerating your memory decline? What if the very ingredients you use every day, believing they're harmless or even healthy, are quietly damaging the most precious thing you possess, your mind? The truth is, millions of seniors unknowingly consume brain-damaging foods daily, never connecting their increasing forgetfulness, mental fog, and cognitive struggles to what's on their dinner plate. These aren't exotic foods. These are everyday kitchen staples that you probably used within the last 24 hours. Here's what makes this so terrifying. The damage to your brain is invisible and often irreversible. By the time you notice significant memory problems, substantial damage may have already occurred. Before we reveal these 4 dangerous foods, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This channel exposes the hidden threats to senior health that could save your memory before it's too late. If you've noticed your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, if you're experiencing more forgetfulness, word-finding difficulties, or mental fog, type 1 in the comments. If your memory still feels completely normal, type 0. Today, we're going to expose these 4 kitchen staples, explain exactly how they're damaging your brain, and give you simple alternatives that can protect your cognitive function. The first kitchen staple that's quietly destroying senior memory is something that's probably in your coffee right now: refined white sugar. The average senior consumes over 70 grams of added sugar daily. That's nearly 18 teaspoons, often without realizing it. And every single gram is potentially damaging your brain in ways that could steal your memories forever. The blood sugar brain attack. Within minutes of eating sugar, your blood glucose levels spike dramatically. Your brain suddenly gets flooded with far more sugar than it can safely process. This triggers what neuroscientists call glucose toxicity in your brain cells. The excess sugar literally becomes toxic to your neurons, causing them to malfunction and die. When your blood sugar spikes, your brain's delicate blood vessels become inflamed. This damages the blood-brain barrier, your brain's protective shield. Once compromised, toxins and inflammatory compounds can enter your brain tissue directly. The memory formation disruption. Refined sugar directly interferes with the formation of new memories. Your brain's hippocampus, responsible for creating and storing memories, literally shrinks when exposed to high blood sugar levels over time. Studies show that people with consistently elevated blood sugar have smaller hippocampuses and perform worse on memory tests. Every time you consume sugar, you're potentially interfering with your brain's ability to form new memories. The insulin resistance brain fog. Chronic sugar consumption leads to brain insulin resistance, a condition where your brain can't efficiently use glucose for energy. Researchers call this brain diabetes. Your brain is literally starving for energy, even though glucose is abundant in your bloodstream. The result? Mental fog that makes thinking feel like swimming through molasses, fatigue, and memory lapses that leave you wondering what you came to the kitchen to get. The hidden sugar trap. Refined sugar is hidden everywhere. Healthy, whole grain bread, morning yogurt, pasta sauce, salad dressing, and soup. Many seniors think they're eating healthy while unknowingly consuming brain-damaging amounts of sugar throughout the day. The aging acceleration effect. Most frightening of all, refined sugar accelerates brain aging through glycation. Excess sugar molecules attach to brain proteins, forming harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that literally age your brain faster than time alone. Solutions. Start reading labels obsessively. If a product has more than 5 grams of added sugar per serving, consider it a brain health risk. Replace refined sugar with natural alternatives like stevia or monk fruit. Focus on whole foods that don't require labels. The second kitchen staple silently destroying your memory is something you probably use to cook your last meal. Processed vegetable oils like corn oil, soybean oil, and canola oil. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and the types of fats you consume directly determine your brain's structure and function. These oils create a dangerous omega-6 to omega-3 imbalance that triggers chronic inflammation in your brain. The omega imbalance disaster. The ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 should be about 4:1. But seniors consuming processed oils have ratios of 21 or even 31. This massive imbalance turns your brain into a battlefield of chronic inflammation. When your brain is chronically inflamed, neurons can't communicate effectively, new memory formation is impaired, and existing memories become harder to access. It's like trying to make a phone call during a lightning storm. The free radical brain attack. Processed vegetable oils are highly unstable and create free radicals when heated, highly reactive molecules that damage everything they touch in your brain. These molecular bullets ricochet through your brain tissue, damaging cell membranes and killing neurons. Every time you cook with these oils or eat foods prepared with them, you're adding to your brain's free radical burden. Over years, this oxidative stress leads to significant cognitive decline. The blood-brain barrier breakdown. These oils can damage the blood-brain barrier, making it leaky. When compromised, toxins and inflammatory compounds can freely enter your brain, creating a toxic environment that accelerates cognitive decline. The myelin sheath destruction. Brain cells are wrapped in protective myelin sheaths made primarily of fats. Processed oils get incorporated into these sheaths but make them unstable and prone to damage. When myelin breaks down, nerve signals slow down or stop altogether, making memory retrieval increasingly difficult. Hidden sources. These oils are in most restaurant foods, processed foods, baked goods, salad dressings, and fried foods. Even healthy foods like granola bars contain them. Solutions? Choose stable brain-protective fats, coconut oil for high-heat cooking, olive oil for low-heat applications, avocado oil, and grass-fed butter. These provide the healthy fats your brain needs without the inflammatory damage. The third kitchen staple stealing your memory is high-sodium processed foods. Excess sodium is devastating for brain health, with researchers now considering high sodium intake a major risk factor for dementia. The blood flow brain robbery. Your brain requires 20% of your body's blood supply to function. High sodium damages this critical supply by making blood vessels stiff and narrow while making blood thicker and harder to pump. This reduced blood flow means your brain doesn't get the oxygen and nutrients needed for memory formation and cognitive function. Many seniors feel mentally foggy after high-sodium meals. That's their brain responding to reduced blood flow. The inflammation cascade. Excess sodium triggers inflammation throughout your body, including your brain. This neuroinflammation interferes with memory formation and damages neurons responsible for retrieving stored memories. You might remember events from decades ago but struggle to recall breakfast. Inflammation particularly damages recent memory formation and retrieval. The hidden sodium epidemic. Sodium hides in unexpected places. Bread, 200 to 300 milligrams per slice. Breakfast cereals, cottage cheese, canned vegetables, and pasta sauce. Many seniors consume 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams daily while thinking they eat healthily. A single restaurant meal can contain 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of sodium, more than an entire day's worth. When seniors eat out frequently, they subject their brains to repeated sodium assaults. Specific memory damage. High sodium levels cause the hippocampus to shrink, interfere with electrical signals between neurons, and disrupt sleep patterns critical for memory consolidation. It also leads to dehydration, which significantly impairs cognitive function. The blood pressure connection. High blood pressure from excess sodium damages small brain blood vessels, reducing oxygen delivery to neurons. This vascular damage can lead to vascular dementia, cognitive decline from poor brain blood flow. Solutions. Read every label and aim for less than 140 milligrams sodium per serving. Cook more at home using herbs, spices, lemon juice, and vinegar for flavor. Rinse canned foods to remove up to 40% of sodium. Choose fresh over processed foods. The fourth kitchen staple destroying senior memory is something millions use thinking it's healthy. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. The neurotoxic reality. Many artificial sweeteners are neurotoxins, substances directly toxic to brain cells. Aspartame breaks down into aspartic acid, phenylalanine, and methanol, wood alcohol. These accumulate in your brain over time, with seniors particularly vulnerable due to decreased detoxification ability. Aspartic acid acts as an excitotoxin, causing neurons to become overexcited and die permanently. This neuronal death contributes directly to memory loss and cognitive decline. The blood-brain barrier assault. Artificial sweeteners cross the blood-brain barrier and accumulate in brain tissue, interfering with neurotransmitter function and triggering inflammatory responses. Many seniors report mental fog, headaches, and concentration difficulties after consuming these chemicals. The gut-brain axis destruction. These sweeteners destroy beneficial gut bacteria that communicate with your brain through the gut-brain axis. Your gut bacteria produce neurotransmitters that influence memory and cognitive health. When this axis is damaged, you experience not just digestive issues, but mood changes, memory problems, and cognitive fog. The addiction cycle. Artificial sweeteners don't satisfy sweet cravings. They make them worse. They trick your brain into expecting calories that never arrive, leading to increased hunger and often overeating of other brain-damaging foods. Hidden sources. These are in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, diabetic-friendly desserts, protein powders, flavored yogurts, medications, vitamins, toothpaste, and mouthwash. The metabolic brain disruption. They disrupt your brain's ability to regulate blood sugar and energy metabolism. Your brain expects glucose, but none arrives, creating metabolic confusion that leads to brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Safe alternatives. Choose stevia, monk fruit, small amounts of raw honey, or fresh fruit for sweetness without neurotoxic effects. The cumulative effect. These 4 foods work together to accelerate cognitive decline. A typical day might include coffee with artificial sweetener, high-sodium bread, lunch with processed oils and hidden sugars throughout. Your brain never recovers because it's constantly under assault. Warning signs you can't ignore. Increasing forgetfulness beyond normal aging. Word-finding difficulties. Words on the tip of your tongue. Mental fog, especially after meals. Difficulty concentrating on familiar tasks. Mood changes that correlate with eating certain foods. Sleep disruption, affecting mental sharpness. The progression pattern. Stage 1. Occasional mental fog and minor forgetfulness. Stage 2. More frequent memory lapses and concentration difficulties. Stage 3. Daily cognitive symptoms interfering with activities. Stage 4. Significant memory problems affecting independence. Intervention in stages 1 or 2 can often prevent or reverse damage. Immediate action steps. Kitchen cleanout. Remove foods containing refined sugars, processed oils, high sodium, and artificial sweeteners. Brain protective foods. Emphasize fatty fish, omega-3s, leafy greens, folate, berries, antioxidants, nuts and seeds, healthy fats, and avocados, blood flow support. Recovery timeline. Most seniors notice cognitive improvements within 2 to 4 weeks. Mental fog lifts first, followed by memory and concentration improvements. Full benefits may take 2 to 3 months. Your brain has faithfully served you for decades, storing precious memories and enabling you to learn and connect with others. Now it's time to protect it from the hidden threats in your kitchen. The 4 kitchen staples we discussed, refined sugar, processed oils, high-sodium foods, and artificial sweeteners, seem harmless because their damage is invisible and gradual. But now you have the knowledge to eliminate these threats before they steal your memories. Start with one change. Maybe it's reading labels more carefully or switching cooking oils. Whatever you choose, that first step begins protecting your cognitive function for years to come. Which of these 4 kitchen staples surprised you most? What changes will you make starting today? Share in the comments below. If this opened your eyes to hidden memory threats, hit that like button and share it with someone you care about. Subscribe and ring the notification bell for more brain-protecting insights. Type 1 if this video gave you actionable information to protect your memory. 0 if it didn't meet your needs. Stay sharp, stay informed, and remember, every brain-healthy choice you make today is an investment in maintaining your cognitive independence tomorrow.